Hey everybody, this is TJ Watkins, author of The Shift, Moving from Victim to Exploratory Self. Welcome to day 83. Today I am going to discuss the number one mind pattern that will destroy your life if you don't get a handle on it. Da-da-da-da. That feels really dramatic, doesn't it? But it is actually that important. And a mind pattern is just a collection of archaic ideas, beliefs, and stories that have just been downloaded onto you or down onto you from parents and other influences. They are not of your making. You have just taken it on when you were really, really young, and you've given it life. You started feeding it. And the number one mind pattern that will negatively affect your life if you don't get a handle on it is I want what I want. Now let me repeat that. It's a mind pattern called I want what I want. So if you want something when you were a baby and you cried for it and you immediately got it, you learned the skill of crying for it until you get it, right? Now when you are a teenager and you want something and your parents say no, and you go out and you break the car window and they come up and they say, oh well, let's buy it for me because we don't want more car windows broken, then they're feeding that thing. And then you become an adult at work when you have to deal with authority and you want what you want. You want to take the lunch out of the fridge that is your co-workers, and you just say, nah, it's mine. And you're willing to fight people off for it. We are seeing some great examples of that I want what I want, because when it is unchecked, it has no moral compass. It has no value system. It uses people as pawns, and it doesn't give a hoot about anybody else but the self-egoic entity. This never-ending, hungry, gluttonous thing that lives inside of you. There's no bridge between the amygdala, the fear-based aspect of your brain, and the prefrontal cortex, just to get technical. And that bridge just builds you an opportunity to make better decisions. So, there was a great study done in New Zealand it's still ongoing. And this study followed people that was born in a particular year in the 70s, right through adulthood. All of these people in this area, both born in this hospital in New Zealand, they followed, and they found the most amazing stuff. And they found the number one marker that you will be successful in your life is going to be just one thing. Now listen up. I know this is exciting, isn't it? One thing. And you would all scream like, oh, we know that, that's intelligence. Of course, that's natural ability. No, it is actually not. And it's funny because in the late 70s, another study called the Stanford Marshmallow Test also found this evidence. And the marshmallow test was simply taking some kids, giving them one marshmallow, tell them wait 15 minutes and we'll give you a second one. And the kids that could not wait 15 minutes would eat the one. So everything that feeds the I want what I want comes down to one thing: impulse control. If you do not have impulse control, you are going to have an amazing amount of trouble in relationships, in money and finances, in your career. I mean, you can map this thing out in any direction you want, because self-control, impulse control is the number one success indicator. It will determine how much weight you gain. You will be in shape versus being obese. It will determine how financially successful you are, whether you are a saver or not. It will determine how your ability to be, say, morally on a correct path. And I hate that word morally because it has so many different directions that you can take it. But just to be in alignment with some kind of a value system. But I want what I want as a mind pattern will turn you into a thief, will turn you into a liar, will turn you into all kinds of addiction or have addictions of all different sorts. It will turn you into the person that you don't really want to be if left unchecked. The only time when I want what I want can be used is when you do an imagination exercise of all the things that I would like to create in my life. I would like to have this and have that and come up with a plan that is actually methodical, that you have to wait and work for, not go break down somebody's neck to have it. If I have a dream of a Rolex watch, I have two options. I can go work for it, or I can go hang out at the expensive mall, watch for someone to have it and break their arm and take it. Guess which one is the I want what I want pattern? And I know my examples are graphic, but it's all for effect so that you can get the best out of this example. So today I only want you to become aware of your particular recipe of your I want what I want pattern. We all have them. And that's the one thing that you and I have to get literally under control in order to have a successful life. If this has been helpful, hit the reply button, write to me. This is exciting stuff. Until I see you again, cheers.